Merhaba sevgili YouTube, yeni bölümle karşınızdayız. Bu bölümde Priscilla'nın başına neler geldiğini öğrenmek için onun saldırganının başka insanlara da saldırmış, başka kurbanlara da saldırmış olduğunu öğrendik doktordan. Şimdi diğer kurbanların otopsisini yapacağız galiba. Buradan geçmemizi istiyor. Okey. Burada bir takım şeyler var. Şu mu?
Human, wrong body type. Let's keep looking.
Evet, insan bedeni değil, cüce bedeni lazım. Bu mu?
Looks like necrophage has got to this one.
Bu da değil. Okay, bu odadaki değiller. Hemen ayrılıyoruz bu odadan. Bir sonraki odaya bakalım. Bakalım.
Calluses on the fingers, sawdust in the beard, clothes sticky with sap. Must be our dwarf.
Excellent. I trust you don't grow weak in the knees at the sight of blood?
Not a bit. Start the autopsy.
Where?
Let's look at his head. Hair smells like it's burnt, like he was in a fire.
Notice anything else? That his eyes have been scooped out, for instance?
Those burn marks I see in his eye sockets.
Yes. And some grey dust. Ash, it seems. Very fine.
Murderer gouged out his eyes, then put burning coals in the sockets.
So it seems. Looking at the wounds, it appears our woodcarver was still alive when it happened.
Canlı gözleri oyup kömür koymuş içine ve bu da ölmemiş.
Let's examine the mouth. Burns, blisters.
Just like Priscilla's.
See this? Incision made into the voice box.
Indeed, so thin as to be nearly unnoticeable.
A small, extremely sharp instrument. Scalpel.
But why? The wound is too small to bleed, and there are signs of swelling. The murderer... I believe he performed a tracheotomy, so the victim wouldn't die too soon.
Hadi başka bir yerine bakalım.
Let's examine his torso.
What have we here? Deep wound on the left side of his rib cage, and a scar the length of his stomach.
Let's examine the chest wound. Yeah, heart carved out, wound cauterized.
Wait a minute, there's something else.
Oh, iyice karıştır oraları.
An egg from an amphibian. A salamander? Scorched but intact.
I attended some lectures in herpetology as a student. Afraid I don't recall any amphibians that would lay eggs in corpses. So either Professor Cochrane was deeply mistaken, or this is our murderer's doing.
Look at the scar. Wounds long and thin, an incision, but the edges are ragged.
Means nothing. Look, no swelling, no bruises. An old injury, perhaps an accident in the workplace.
Open the abdominal cavity.
Due warning, it will stink of rot.
Once fought a zoogle up to my waist in sewage, so I doubt... Wait. Smells not rot.
Formaldehyde.
Formaldehyde.
Medical novelty. Heavily diluted, it's remarkable at preserving organic tissue. In stronger proportions, it's more destructive than acid.
Explains why there's no smell of decay, and why his throat's scalded.
Eller.
Look at his hands. These welts. Rope burns, right? He was tied up.
I'd expect so. No one could sit through such torture unless bound.
Speaking from experience.
Yes, that of a victim. Spent a year in the dungeons of Tretogor. Long story.
Some other time, maybe. See the callus? Our dwarf wore a ring, but someone took it off him.
Bacaklar.
See anything interesting on his legs?
His right foot. The ankle swollen, toenails broken. He clearly kicked something very hard. Right before he kicked the bucket.
Doesn't strike me as the right time for jokes.
Apologies. We surgeons, we've a different sensibility.
And a different sense of humor.
Bacağı mı iki kez demiştim? Beşi mi iki kez demiştin? Ah, beşi iki kez.
See anything interesting on his legs?
His right foot.
Aynı şey yok.
Doesn't strike.
Apologies.
His genitals. We ought to inspect those.
I sincerely doubt they bear any relation to the matter.
We'll see. Pull down his trousers and... shit.
Syphilis, actually. Early stages. No sign of diffusion.
Think there could be a connection?
Only as the killer's potential motivation.
His genitals. We ought to inspect those.
I see. You clearly find gonads fascinating. I fear I don't share your passion. Let's focus on other parts of his anatomy, shall we?
All right. Think I know enough.
Enlighten me, please, because I've still no notion what this is about. What the motive might have been.
Bu ayinsel bir cinayetmiş. Bu bir cezalandırmaymış. Bir sebep yok. Katil deliymiş. Vardım sonuç bende kalsa daha iyi.
Sorry. Rather not share my conclusions just yet.
I understand. For the good of the investigation. Will you at least share what you intend to do?
It's a lead worth following. Any idea what his name was?
Fabian Meyer. And I'm Hubert Reich, the coroner. I've come to perform the autopsy, but I see you've done it for me, Joachim. As always, you interfere where you're neither needed nor wanted, drag others into trouble in the process. Who is this?
A student. Lifelong learner. Got a couple questions for you.
Very well, speak. But be quick. Reverend Nathaniel has come by for an inspection. He'll be here shortly.
You old friends?
Hubert taught me the rudiments of medicine. Long ago.
And not very well. You've still not mastered certain basic principles. For example, that a doctor's role is to treat the ill, not save the world.
You've not changed a bit.
A compliment?
No, a statement of fact. 30 years, and you've not changed a bit.
30 yıl mı?
Woodcarver's body. Where was it found? It's important.
Plan to investigate? Exciting. He died in his workshop south of the market square, just beside the gate to Far Corners. That poor Trebyrus was attacked there. City's abuzz about it. But the woodcarver, Eustace the
God.
corpse collector, brought us the body. You should speak to him.
Merhaba.
Saw him just around the corner near... Oh, greetings, your reverence.
Merhaba,
Who are
hiç
these
hoş geldin.
people? I believe I made it clear no one's to be allowed in under any circumstances.
You did, but they're friends of the deceased. Here to collect the body.
Out of the question. Show them out at once.
As your reverence wishes. Gentlemen, follow me. You shall leave via another route.
Why'd you cover for us?
I was covering my own arse. If Reverend Nathaniel had learned someone had entered the morgue, then cut open a corpse without his permission, I'd be in deep trouble. But you didn't give that a thought, did you, Joachim? As ever. Well, while I don't approve of your willfulness, I also wish to see this murderer hang. So, should I learn anything new related to this case, I will let you know.
Thank you.
Nathaniel kim o?
Nathaniel. Who is he?
A scoundrel. A rogue. like every man who wears the robes of the eternal fire.
Most are scoundrels before they ever put on the robes.
True in his case as well. Before he donned the frock, Nathaniel was a torturer, delighted especially in torturing women. Later, Hierarch Hemmelfart appointed him to oversee the morgue. He deals with the temple guard, supervises cremations, conducts funeral masses in the temple on the Isle, and so forth.
Dream job.
Adli tabibi tanıdığını söyleyebilirdin bana.
Might have told me you know the coroner. We could have skipped the trip through the sewers.
I know him, thus I avoid him. I've said enough on the subject.
I decide when we're done with the subject. What's your connection to him?
An old story, but if you insist. The student protests in 1242, you've heard of them? I led them. Hubert, however, denounced me to the authorities. I landed in prison. There you have it. What will you do now?
Plenty of leads. Woodcarver's workshop, the corpse collector who found him, alley where Priscilla was attacked. Got work to do.
As do I. At the hospital. I must return there. But I shall keep my fingers crossed.
And I'll keep my eye on you.
It's clear as the eternal fire.
Şehvet günahları mı? Alright, alright. Şimdi Witcher hislerini kullanarak Priscilla'nın saldırı uğradığı sokağı incele. Witcher hislerini kullanarak oyma sanatçısının öldüğü yeri incele. Ceset toplayıcısı Östes'e bul. Önce bir mekana bakalım. Aha bu ne lan? Östes'le konuş. Aa birileri ölmüş.
No mercy, no matter who you hear, let's stay home after dark. By the door, by the windows. Means bandits dropped you, plain as that.
Aha Östes.
You, Eustace, the corpse collector?
Östes.
Aye. How'd you know?
Fourth sense, I think it is. You bring Fabian
30 yılda
Myers'
hiç
body to the
değişmemek
morgue.
aynen.
Fabian. Oh, yeah, I remember. No ice, no art, one of them, right? No purse neither, as I recall.
One of them? So there have been other bodies like that?
Sure have. Beggars, street urchins, and street walkers. One went so portly, I had to cut her into pieces to fit her in me wheelbarrow.
Ew.
Slippery sow, they called her, on account of the...
Some things are best left unsaid.
Oha.
What happened to the pieces?
What do you mean? Reverend Nathaniel ordered them burned. Every last one. Oh, shame that was.
Shame? Why? Actually, never mind. Another thing that's best left unsaid. You searched Fabian's body?
Well, I cast an eye in his pockets. Made sure nothing went to waste.
I call a spade a spade. You rob corpses.
And I call a prick. It's none of your fucking concern. What, you tax collector? Piss off, mutant.
Demek bu yolu seçiyoruz.
Talk. What did you find on him?
I as you wish. Triflings, baubles, gloss-beaded ring, handful of coins, and a letter. Look, vellum, quality parchment that. I'll wipe off the writing and sell it as new.
Bravo.
That's human skin. Priscilla. Next victim's name. If you'd given this to the right person, she might not have been hurt.
What the fuck do I care what happens to some Priscilla'ya? We short of wenches in this town. Boy, fucking hell! What was that for?
Hay babanın kemiğine mi?
For everything.
Güzel çeviri.
got so fucked up once. Blood came out the ear.
Buru daha yakın. O zaman önce öldürülen cücenin atölyesine gidelim. Şurada.
Anyone home?
Be gone, or I'll sick me hounds on you. Molly, Striga, come!
Relax. I'm here about Fabian Meyer, looking for his killer.
That's altogether different. Sit, you stupid mutts, lie down. Come on in. Slowly now, lest they bite you.
Sevimli yaratıklar.
Charming as beasts go.
You daft? Even I'm scared of them. But better barking dog than an evil man at your door.
Got someone particular in mind?
Sure as shite. Bugger who did Fabian in. Soon as they'd hauled his corpse off, I run to a mate who raises fighting dogs. Bought these 2 mutts. Cost me a chunk of change. But I sleep sound at least.
So who might you be?
The Stiff's brother. Gus is the name. We ran a workshop together. Meyer and Meyer.
Meyer and Meyer. Running
What'll
a
it be
shop
now?
together.
Just Meyer?
Name it. I'll be closing it down now. As soon as I find a buyer for this shack, I'll head on to Mahakam. Be near my family or what's left of it. So, what do you want to know? What can I tell you about Fabian?
Tell me what you know about the murder, in order, in detail.
'Twas like this.
Bir
Had some work
cinayeti
in Oxenford, and I was coming home.
birlikte çözeceğiz.
Saw a plume of smoke rising over the city. Thought to myself, blast it, gonna miss and burn another hag. But the smoke wasn't coming from Hierarch Square. It was coming from here. See the soot stains? That's where they burned our sculptures. Folk gathered round the blaze and found Fabian here beside it. They'd already loaded him on the cart by the time I arrived.
Talk to your neighbors. They see anything suspicious beforehand? Hear anything?
Claimed not to. But even if they had, they'd not have helped. In Novigrad, folk give bleeding orphans in the street a wide berth so as not to stain their poor lanes. What do they care about some dwarf?
Kardeşinin hiç düşmanı var mıydı?
Your brother have any enemies? Anyone dislike him? Threaten him, maybe?
'Twas Fabian who threatened this one last. I were a
Hatun
good
birini mi?
dwarf,
Ne?
craftsman like no other. But he were an incorrigible whoremonger as well. Whenever we put a bit of coin aside, I'd say, let's buy some tools, quality timber. No, he grabbed the purse and head out whoring. Took to following one in particular. He'd say, "'Tis all your fault, dirty bitch, human dish rag," and other obscenities. Don't rightly know what that was about. Maybe he was in love with her.
Know where I can find her? This dish rag?
City cemetery.
Ana.
She died a few days back,
Kadın ölmüş.
quietly in her sleep. Her pawn said a fever took her.
Fine. We've talked enough. Need to look around.
Be my guest. Just beware of the dogs.
Köpeklere dikkat etme.
Statues of the old gods. Nothing but women. Shapely ones. Murderer dragged something heavy. Dragged something across the floor. Statues. Or dragged it from one wall to the other, repeatedly. Mind if I go inside the workshop?
I've not even peeked inside since they found Fabian. But I'll open it for you if you want.
Önce bir ortamı lootlayalım. Sonra gerisine bakarız. Şimdi burada bir
Furniture got knocked over.
burada bir
This looks like it was kicked.
sandalye yamulmuş.
More blood stains, but not near enough to say he bled to death.
Evet, daha çok
Unless
kan izi.
somebody got rid of the blood. Left a few stains behind.
Birileri kanı silmiş olabilir.
Eyes. Humanoid. Completely rotten.
Çürümüş gözler.
Formaldehyde. Doubt Fabian used it. Nothing here.
Bura bu kadar.
Aye.
Had a look at your sculptures.
And? Lifelike, aren't they?
The women especially. Never seen a bust that size on Melitele.
Oh, aye. Fabian's handiwork. I told him, brother, tits like that will crush her back. Whittle him down. He said, nay, they'd sell better this way. Told me to shut me trap. And sell they did. Till one sermon at the temple, and the celebrating reverend said that whoso buys idols from the non-human Myers sins twofold, as a heretic and as a lecher. That was the end of that.
Already know what happened. Fabian was in the workshop. Murderer attacked him there. They struggled. Fabian was overpowered, then tortured. For a time.
I needn't know the details. Truth be told, I hadn't the stomach for him.
When it was over, the murderer dragged Fabian to the courtyard, then made a pyre of sculptures, set them aflame.
But why? Why do all that?
To teach a lesson. To him, you, the whole city. Fine, we've talked enough. Won't learn anything else here. Take care.
Burada da işimiz bitti. Artık gidebiliriz. Şunu lootlayabiliyor muyum? Sadece soruyorum. Ha? Şu açıdan peki? Kaygılı vatan, yurttaş. Tamam. Şimdi olay mahalle. Priscilla'nın saldırıldığı yere gidiyoruz.
Help, save me. I'm
Lan.
dying of poverty.
Oi, Witcher! Coroner wants to see you. Been another victim. Told
Aha.
me to say the main door will be open for you. You're to come as soon as you can.
Yeni bir
Sick of it all.
yeni bir şey olmuş. Olay olmuş.
Watch it, tramp. No begrudge not your stomping ground.
Burada ne kadar çok loot çıktı.
Hey, handsome.
Handsome mı? Efendim.
Human. Priscilla's.
Hey, sis. That him.
How am I to know? Watch him, see what he does.
Giving me no choice.
Ne oluyor lan?
I'll rip your mag off, mutant. This is killing. Fucking come on! Together now! Kill the horse and your carrier! Come on!
Okay.
Blowy curses! Son of a whore! That's it! Gotta get around him!
Biri gitti. O da gitti. Bir ara sokak pususu kalmıştı he.
Think you'll gut me too, huh? Up your ass, deviant! Hoes can fight back!
Calm down, I'm not gonna hurt you. What are you doing here?
Getting vengeance. Well, why are you staring? Have you not heard killers always return to the scene of their crime?
İyi de her dönem biz mi şey
Give
mi?
him a warm welcome. For Priscilla. Almost did her in the whole sun.
I know. Here to look for clues and find anyone who might know something.
Fear I can't help you much. But I can tell you what I know.
You and Priscilla friends?
Friends? Nah. But she saw more than a stupid whore in me. Treated me with respect. It mattered. I was looking to give her pouring. Pick up a decent trade. But none would take me. Not as a washerwoman, nor a servant, nor a cook. Felt like a leper, I did. But Priscilla, she was different. Agreed to put me in her play, you see. Lots of the other actors, they were afraid on account of her jesting about the eternal fire. Whistling Wendy on stage, can you imagine it? Well, dream's gone now. I'm back to working street corners.
Sorry to hear that.
You could do worse as work goes. Or so I tell myself.
Tek kurban Priscilla değil, bunu biliyorsun değil mi?
Priscilla wasn't the sole victim. You aware of that?
Oh, dearie. Course I was. This didn't start yesterday. Others have died like this before. Beggars, street girls, orphans. But who'd have a drama concern about them? Human rubbish. It's what the guards call us.
Recall any names?
They didn't have proper ones. Baldy,
Keltoş,
curly,
kıvırcık,
bugs.
totoş mu?
That's what folk called them. No friends, no families. Their bodies were burned long ago.
Hoşça kal.
Take care now. I
Abilerini
gotta
de
look
dövdük
around some
ama.
more. Appreciate it if you didn't disturb me.
Naturally, we'll stand aside, behave. But do tell us if you find anything else here.
Head's ringing.
Aynen. İyice kus oralara.
A brazier. This time of year? I know that smell. Formaldehyde.
Formaldehyde. Peki bu formaldehyde başka bir yere gidiyor mu ya da... Ha,
Human.
hayır şu,
Priscilla's.
şu tam ayağının dibinde var. Şu.
Man's footprint. The murderer's maybe. Weight on his heel. Took a step back.
So, what is it?
Bulamadık bir şey.
Take care now.
Burada bir şey bulursan
And I
söyle
got a
demiştim.
murderer to catch.
Awful pale. Oh, you scared?
Şimdi adli tabip ile görüşeceğiz çünkü yeni bir kurbanımız varmış. Priscilla'dan sonra birine daha saldırı olmuş.
It's a rag.
Pam pam.
How you go with this thing?
Oh, I've had enough of living.
Call the police. Call the coroner. Oh yarasın.
Welcome, Master Witcher.
Hoş bulduk canım. Morg, hastanenin şehrin morgu mu burası? Bre, buradan mı? Söyleyiver.
Geralt, right? I'm glad you're here.
Right.
Held off on the autopsy till you arrived.
Nice of you, especially given you didn't seem pleased about my previous visit.
Because you came unannounced and in unfortunate company. I also had Reverend Nathaniel to contend with. Our spiritual caretaker has left the city on some important matter. And I know who you are, what drives you. I'm more than happy to aid your investigation.
Demek öyle.
Von Gratz told me all about you.
Ah. Doubtless you've heard how I had the noble leader of the student protesters thrown in prison. But did you hear the protests were far from peaceful? Or did he neglect to mention it? People were dying, Witcher. Those who rejected liberty, equality, and fraternity would be found in the gutter come morning. Their throats slit from ear to ear with surgical precision. Joachim had been my favorite student, but alas, I had to do something. So I reported him. Then I left the university and found work in the morgue, where none care about my past. Whereas Joachim, oh, fate's ironies. Years later, he was appointed head of the very ward I had founded.
Von Gratz'ın öğretmeni olmak için biraz genç görünüyorsun.
How old's Von Gratz? 50? 60?
53, I believe. Why do you ask?
You look a little young to have been his teacher.
Not surprising. For years, I've lived in the cold and dark, breathing the vapors of embalming fluids. In short, working with corpses extends one's life. Amusing, is it not?
Kurban kim?
Who's the victim this time?
Joris Aquinas, a lecturer in theology at Oxenfurt Academy. Found this morning at his home on a catafalque made of his books.
Any titles in particular?
It seems all the tomes dealt with the eternal fire. Treatises critical of the faith's doctrines.
Yeah, mortal sin in Novigrad.
Sen ve Nathaniel güçleniyor musunuz?
Not fond of Nathaniel?
Very few people are. He's cruel and capricious. He stormed in here once, grabbed a scalpel I was sterilizing over a burner, sliced my back with it to the bone, because I had forgotten to lock the storeroom.
Whoa.
Hard to be fond of someone like that, wouldn't you agree?
Otopsiye başlayalım hadi.
Let's start.
Gladly. The wounds conform to the killer's modus operandi. The victim was bound and forced to drink formaldehyde. Next, the killer removed the eyes, placed burning coals in the sockets, then opened the rib cage and... What's this? A parchment. Made of human skin.
İnsan
A
derisinden.
message from the murderer. The name of his next victim.
Aha sıradaki kurbanın adı.
Patricia Vegelbud.
Aha Vegelbud.
Gods,
Malikanesi.
he knows no bounds. To attack Lady Vegelbud, heiress of such a prominent family.
Where is she? Tell me.
She resides in an estate beyond the city, north of Oxenfurt.
Gotta find her, now.
Hemen gitmemiz lazım. Hubert Rake. Okay. Hemen çıkıp gitmemiz lazım. Vegelbud. Vegelbud hane. Ne o? Malikanesine. Yarış büyük Erasmus öğrencileri anma yarışı. Bir dakika. Ne oldu, bitti mi bu?
Got a problem.
Okay. Bir dakika, niye öyle bir şey? Anma töreni bilmem ne diyor. Bitti mi ya o? Ne oldu ona? Ha, bu değil, bu değil, bu değil, bu değil, değil. Allah Allah. O at yarışı görevi bitti mi şu an? Ne oldu? Tamamlandı mı? Anlamadım, hiç anlamadım. Neden güncelledin ki o zaman? Neyse.
Oi, Grey Knight. Need a squire? Ah!
Trusted a woman once, long ago.
Ben burayla konuştum mu? Hayır, içeride değil mi? Konuştum. Tefeci vardı içeride.
Don't got me fucking right hand no more. That's what.
Şuradan hızlıca gidebiliriz. Yine Vegelbert konağı.
What do you want?
Ne mi arıyorum?
Need to talk to Patricia Vegelbud.
You think any bum off the street can...
Her life's in danger. Let me in or have her blood on your hands.
If you thought this up, and I'll let you in, we'll throw my arse out the door.
Ah, tamam.
Always thought a guard was supposed to protect his charge, not his ass.
So be it. I'll take you to Lady Vegelbud. Just no trickery. Understand?
Anlaşıldı, anlaşıldı.
Yes, good fellow? If it's work you seek.
Don't know that I'm all that good. Name's Geralt. Looking for Patricia Vegelbud. Her life's in danger.
In danger? Come now. I saw Mother this morning. She seemed sad, true, but in perfect health.
I'm hunting a serial killer, and I've got reason to believe your mother will be his next victim.
Why, even if it's true, our guards.
He's exceptionally cruel when he kills, tortures his victims, cuts out their hearts. So let's see how she is, just in case.
I find this all very hard to believe, but you appear to be quite serious. Please, follow me.
A fire fit for Bellatane, except it's the wrong time of year.
I mentioned Mother seemed sad. Do you remember? In fact, she's in the midst of a crisis of faith. A rather serious one. We'd been to Novigrad. Mother had seen the pyres in Hierarch Square, uttered not a word on our way home. She had all the holy books, insignias, reliquaries gathered, taken outside and burnt. Then she locked herself in her room.
We need to hurry.
Kalanını sonra lootarız.
Naught but thieves, whores and murderers.
Hear that? Calm and quiet. All seems to be in order.
We should go in, just to be sure.
You're relentless, aren't you? Fine. But wait here, please. Mother's certainly not in the mood for guests.
He ran out the other door! Catch him!
Uh-oh.
Spread out! Murderer's still here!
Kaçıyor, kaçıyor.
There he is! Get him!
Ya sabır. 2 yedik. Ya da 3. Yeniden, yeniden. Kadını yakalayamadık. Kadını yakalayamadık. O kadar muhafız anca benim önüme geçsin zaten. Koş koş koş koş koş koş koş.
Damn, you're ugly.
Madem öyle bunları da aradan çıkaralım.
Spread out! Murderer's still here!
I'll break your bones!
Yine mi fail? Ölmedim. Heh.
Halt! For I put a bolt between your eyes.
Listen, you got the wrong guy.
Save your trickery, taking you to the heiress.
Well, killer's already escaped. Lead the way, hero.
Kahraman seni, bravo.
We got him, Lady Ingrid. Wasn't easy, but...
Lower that crossbow before you hurt yourself. This man is innocent.
Forgive me. I saw him running. Thought it was the killer fleeing.
I was chasing him, and I'd have caught him if you hadn't gotten in my way.
Out of my sight, at once! Mother! Why did he do this to her? Why?
Because she blasphemed the eternal fire, the only thing that ties her to the other victims. Ingrid, I know this is a hard time for you, but usually the killer leaves a note on the body, a note indicating his next victim. May I?
Very well. But you should be on your own. I do not wish to see her in this state. I do not wish to remember her like that. And let her be the last victim. Please.
Evet, olay mahalline oh my.
Bruises, broken fingernails. She defended herself. Must be why it took him longer, and why he almost got caught. Here it is. Sweet Nettie, crippled Kate's. Growing bolder, not just the name but the place too.
İsmin yanında mekan da veriyor. Tatlı Neti. Okay, okay. Büyükanne ve Gılbat yatağa bağlanmış ve işkence görmüş bu şekilde.
Another empty formaldehyde bottle.
Boş bir formaldehit şişesi daha. O zaman büyükanne ile selfie. Hani böyle.
Same wounds as the previous victims. Examination would be a waste of time. Gotta get to crippled Kate's fast.
Ne aldım lan ben oradan? Unutmayın ki iyi yürekli insanlar ateş yoluna çıkan her şeyi yiyebilir. Ha, diğer olay mahallelerinden de aldığımız kaygılı yurttaş hedefödüsü notu. Tamam. Siz burada yas tutarken ben bir etrafı lootlayayım. Çünkü zaten olması gereken bu. Tamam, geri. Üst katta neden başka oda yok ya? Yardımcıları da ağlıyor. Herkes ağlıyor. Kadın Novigrad'da ebedi ateşin son halini görünce milleti orada masumları sırf farklı oldukları için şehir meydanlarında canlı canlı diri diri yaktıklarını görünce evlerine döndüğünde o ölen kadın inandığı dine dair ne var ne yok yaktırmış. Avludaki ateş de oydu zaten. Şimdi buraya gidiyoruz. Nereden gidiyoruz? Buradan mı gitsek? Şuradan gideceğim. Rıhtım tarafından gidelim. Netsi. Tatlı Neti. Geceye doğru gidelim. Çünkü neden olmasın. Silahlarımızı bir yağlayalım biz. Ne olur ne olmaz.
We can go at it here.
Seen a long ship from Skelliger in the port.
Aha burası.
Sweet Nettie, where is she?
Upstairs. But she's with a very important client. Do not disturb them.
See it in your face.
You mean me to grab another lass to join us?
No, I was thinking it'd be us two and you.
Oh, all right. Well, what with the state you two are in, you've got to fluff each other first.
Brave lads from the guard already on that butcher's trail. Hey, darling. Like what you see?
Wanna bite me, Wolfie?
No. I don't want to bite you.
No one will hear you, bitch. Not a soul.
You, though, whole town will hear you in a minute.
Yet again you disturb me, and I so dislike being disturbed. I was to play with sweet Nettie, render her not so sweet, but I shall see to you first.
First, gotta tell me why you do it.
For pleasure, satisfaction.
Achievable with whores in a lot of ways, many traditional. Doesn't take killing them, trust me.
Who said anything about killing? I could stop at a few burns. 3rd degree, but still. This rosy skin will roast quite well.
Spare me your lies. I've seen your victims, I know how they end. You don't stop, not unless someone gets in your way. Like I'm doing now.
What the fuck are you on about?
Murder. You killed Fabian Meyer, Patricia Vegelbud, and many others.
Bollocks. You're mistaken, vagrant.
Found a message on Patricia's body. Led me here to crippled Kate's. To sweet Nettie. If you didn't leave it, who did?
I don't know. But I see we must talk. Calmly.
Who knew you'd be here?
Strangely enough, I don't announce these outings far and wide. There's but one man who... That's impossible. He treats even corpses with kid gloves.
The coroner. Said you were busy, that you wouldn't visit the morgue. Gotta go after him.
Go. But to Warehouse 12 at the docks. He's there this time of day procuring supplies. Formaldehyde. I shall stay here. I've unfinished business with sweet Nettie.
Yeah.
After all, I paid in advance.
O işi geçeceksin. O işi geçeceksin.
Then you'll pay again. For her, for all the other women you've tortured.
Tamam, bundan sonra herhangi bir kadına işkence edemeyecek. Yani katilimiz, seri katilimiz bu değildi ama dünya bir pislikten daha kurtuldu. Sana gelince.
You're free now.
Oh, thank you. Thank you. If not for you. He asked if I did everything, and I said, for the right price, of course. And then he smiled. Oh, God, it gave me the shivers. And then he hit me. So so hard I passed out. I was bound when I came to. And he was hitting the poker in the fire.
Calm down. He won't hurt you anymore. He won't hurt anyone.
Okay. Okay. Merhaba Jerry Official. Hoş geldiniz Jerry Official'dan gelenler. Selamlar, selamlar. Witcher'da tuhaf bir sahnede denk geldiniz.
It's a material world, and I'm a material girl.
Okay. Nereden devam ediyoruz? Şuradan devam ediyoruz. Şimdi liman yakınlarına gidiyoruz. Asıl seri katilimiz olan adli tabibe. Şaşırdık mı? Hayır. Skillimizi de verelim. Burası değil mi? Şuradan. Oradan. Ve kendisi
formaldehyde.
I underestimated you. You almost caught me in flagrante delicto. Now you've seen through my bluff with Nathaniel. Although, you've not divined all, I see. Had you, you would have drawn your silver sword.
Who, what are you?
A vampire. Higher, of course.
Got a reason for killing? A reason to torture?
I thought you'd figure that out as well. The symbolism's rather obvious. Coals for those who are blind to the fire. The egg of a salamander born of fire to replace their cold, doubting hearts. Fire down the throat that...
Yeah, symbolism's clear. What's not is why a vampire would kill in the name of the eternal fire.
Should be equally obvious. I concur with the Church's diagnosis. Novigrad is a fallen city. Its population amnesiacs to the very concepts of decency and morality. So I decided to remind them, in a manner they'd be certain to notice.
Aklını kaçırmışsın lan. Aklını kaçırmışsın lan sen. Çarpık bir mantık, başka yollar da var. Çarpık bir mantık.
Tortured logic.
Yet logic, nonetheless. I'm glad you perceived that, at least. Fight fire with fire, as they say. Give a thought to my victims. A lecherous woodcarver who'd spend his last copper on whores. An old countess who defiled symbols of the faith. A Trebirates for whom nothing was sacred, nothing above ridicule.
Bunların
They did not deserve to
bunların
live,
hiçbir seni ilgilendirmez.
but their deaths could be a lesson to others. Awaken them, scare them onto the correct path, the path to the fire, to cleansing, to salvation. For you,
Vampirin de
I'm afraid
yobazına
it's
denk
too
geldik.
late. You are a man of little faith. I sense this.
But I'm pretty good with a sword.
Okay.
Pretty good. Might not cut it.
Can lan. Ebedi ateş diyordun. Al sana ebedi ateş. Geber lan. Uh-oh. Yanarak ölecek. Priscilla'nın durumu hakkında Dandelion ile konuşabiliriz artık.
It's a material world.
Buradan daha hızlı gidebiliyor muyuz? Evet, şuradan gitsek daha iyi olacak. Full saldırı skill'leri kasmışsın. Neden? Ben o tarz oynamayı seviyorum. GIST 2020'de olmayacağım hayır.
Duty calls.
Seven filmindeki katil değil mi bu? Öyle mi? Hiç hatırlamıyorum. Filmi izledim ama hatırlayamıyorum. Uzun zaman oldu film izleyeli. Hastane burası. Hastaneyi de lootladım. Hastane çok sıkıntı ya.
Yes, I'm all ears.
What are up to, scamp? Make friends with the bathhouse, because what's wafting off you? Oh!
How's
better, right?
Okay.
Yes.
En azından konuşabiliyor.
Did you take care of what I asked?
Yeah. The Witcher's way.
Kadının yanında konuşamıyor.
Thank you, Geralt. For me and Priscilla.
Did my part. Your turn now. Take care of her. Good care.
I will. You'll see. Treat her better than the Dryads of Broccolon could.
She's talking again. Nice surprise.
Isn't it? Professor von Gratz told me her wounds are healing faster than a troll's. Not the most flattering comparison, but encouraging. Maybe she might even sing again someday. For now, we'll try performing as we do. She'll play the lute, I'll sing. Dandelion and Kalanetta. Got a nice ring to it, doesn't it?
Sounds great. Good luck, Dandelion. On stage and off.
Güzel. Şehvet günahları görevimizde bitti. Şimdi Triss'in bir görevi vardı. Ölüm kalım meselesi diye. Şunun üstüne bir çıkmak istiyorum. Thank you. Okay. Priscilla, iyi misin?
Sorry, Geralt. My throat's still quiet.
Say no more.
Tamam,
Get
tamam.
well soon.
Geralt?
Tamam, Dandelion'la da konuşulmuyor. Şununla konuşalım.
Yes, Geralt?
Found and killed the murderer. It was Hubert. You were right not to trust him. He was a higher vampire.
I thought nothing could surprise me in Novigrad. Seems I was wrong. Deeply wrong. Thank you, Geralt. Were it not for you, this would never have ceased.
Hubert told me about your past, even more vivid than I'd assumed.
I've not time for riddles, Geralt. Be straight or be gone.
Any truth to his claim that people died during the riots at the university? Died for your cause?
I was young and stupid. I thought a better future was worth any price. Even a human life or two. But those are past sins. Sins I've atoned for.
Why is the university in Oxenford closed?
Because it suits Radovid. You've not heard the story? The rector wished to grant him an honorary doctorate. The faculty disagreed. Nonetheless, Radovid arrived for the ceremony, donned a gown, collected his diploma, and when it was over, imprisoned the deans and the entire academic senate so they wouldn't raise a stink.
Bravo.
I've been at Vilmerius Hospital ever since. But perhaps it's for the best. I'm far more adept, scalpel in hand, than I ever was behind a lectern.
Know another surgeon from Oxenford Academy. Her name's Shawnee. Know her? Red hair, cropped short, freckles.
And a hopeless idealist. Naturally, I know her. She was my assistant for a year.
Any idea where she is now?
My gut tells me she's somewhere along the front, patching up pikemen. I told her it would be futile. In the time she saved 100 lives, another 1,000 would be lost. But medics with a mission, you can't argue with them.
Hoşça kal.
Farewell.
Okay. Üst katına çıkmadık. Bir de üst katında varsa oradan da. Tabii ki var. Tabii ki var. Ah, bir de şu oda. Son olarak. Vay vay vay. Öldü. Lan kadın. Onu alacağım. Onu alacağım. Onu alacağım. Bak şimdi. İşte bu. İşte bu. Böylelikle ölümcül hazlar görevini de bitirdik. Ve sırada bu var. Ama sevgili YouTube, bir bölümün daha sonuna geldik. Bir sonraki bölüme geçmeden önce videoya like atmayı unutmayın. Abone olun. Çana tıklayın. Canlı izlemek isteyen açıklamalar kısmında Twitch kanalının linki ve diğer sosyal medya hesaplarım olabilir. Oralardan da beni takip edebilirsiniz. Görüşmek üzere. Hoşçakalın.